The franchise Shane Douglas, and you watching Pounding the Meat.
Pounding the Meat Podcast. It's another Thursday. What is up? Nico, what's up, man? And King J. Sean, what is good, bro? The king is here. Tonight, I may hit the panel with some hard-hitting questions. I don't know. I may do it. IVT, what's going on, bro? Drew, what's up, baby? How you doing? Miguel, Juan, how are you? Bonkers, Heavy T, what's up, man? And Scott, what's going on, bro? So tonight we got a packed show. We got a lot to go over. We got some videos. We got some clips. It'll be a fun one tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest bully in the world is here. Joey Vicious is in the building. The vicious one is here. With his prime.
Can't get enough of it, man.
It's good, right?
Very.
That's why Logan and KSI are rich men. They came with a good drink. The Bearded Wonder is here. Ladies and gentlemen, my best Mexican friend in the world. Easy E in the building tonight. Easy E.
By best, I only win by default because I'm probably your only Mexican friend, which fucking hurts. But hey, if you ain't first, you last.
My BMF.
Dude, on the prime drinks though, bro, I tried the orange and the red.
You didn't like it? Is it too sweet?
Oh,
Is it too sweet? That's right.
Sweet.
You know, I thought some people would say it's a little too sweet.
I want to try the pop one. I want to try the multicolor one.
Richard Simpson, the best stoner in the world. My best stoning friend is here with us tonight. Richard Simpson. Narabito, well, we're missing one sexy fuck. It is still Black History Month. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He's got 3 or 4 more days.
So our king, our chocolate king is here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Raise it up for him.
Mike Jones in the building. Put it up. Nation of Domination is here. Jones, how are you, man? What is that shirt, Jones? Let me see that shirt.
It's a
Look
Jacob
at you.
Fatu shirt.
Who?
Jacob Fatu, the oos that matters.
And look at the necklace. I mean, yo, you banging tonight, bro.
Gotta do something a little different.
I mean, if you took away the Fatu name on that shirt, it would be you, Jones. People
I
would
thought
be
it
like,
was you, honestly. I thought you were wearing a shirt of yourself, honestly.
I'm not that vain yet.
You getting there, bro.
You should do the braids like
Shout out to
Fatu, man.
Jones, bro.
I'm on Joey's side.
He actually has locks now. He wants here like me.
They call him MJ Styles.
A win's a win.
MJ Styles. Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Man, I've been working my ass off. Doubles. Working doubles.
Triples.
It's been brutal.
Triples.
Did any of you get new belts this week, by the way? Anybody? Any new belt days or anything? Because Jones, listen, Jones be sneaking belt days in. This motherfucker, he doesn't tell a soul when he gets a new belt. And all of a sudden, he'll just flex it. Out of nowhere, he'll just flex the shit. So I always got to check with Jones.
I got responsibilities right now, so.
See, and I'm trying to up my game even more from like classic shields.
Where are you going?
So like I'm talking to somebody right now about a Loomis European.
Loomis.
You know, but I did get the up down.
I do want to touch on classic shields before we get to the show. I want to spend 3 or 4 minutes on them. I'm starting to get a little concerned with now, not with quality. Not with quality. We all know they're the best in the biz. Let's be real. Let's be honest here. As far as quality goes, they're the best. But I'm getting a little concerned that their communication is starting to drop a little bit. A little bit. Not necessarily with me, not necessarily with some friends, but some other people that I'm close with, they're not getting responses, and that's not like them. That's not like them.
I have no horse in this race, so I have no comment.
Yeah, well, you only get shop TNA belts, Jones. We're not talking about your orders here.
With the new shop being built, I was hopeful that things would streamline, be a little quicker. Mm-hmm. And I've been disappointed. I'm one of the biggest Classic Shields guys around.
Am I going too far here? I'm just speaking the truth. I'm honest. You know me. I don't care. I don't care if we do business. I don't care if we're close or we're not close. I'll be honest. I'll shoot it straight.
And that's the thing,
is a little concerned.
We get shit for being called fanboys, but no, we're just, if you got to call a spade, you call a spade.
Right. I mean, I have a friend of mine, right? Mr. I don't know. I'm not going to name him.
We'll call him M&M's.
I didn't get permission to name him. But I'm starting to, when he told me his story about his wait times, and it wasn't necessarily the wait times, okay? Because like I said, I'll wait 2 years. I don't care. It's the communication. And we need to make sure that we are staying on top of communication. So I want everyone to know that, hopefully Classic Shields gets it better. Gets a little better with that. I don't know, but we'll see. And like I said, if I'm speaking out of turn here, let me know.
I just can't say that you are. You know how I am with belts and everything. I'm agreeing with you 100%.
So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, getting to the news here. This was another concerning issue here. Now, this was reported allegedly and then taken back. Okay, this is from Mr. Fightful himself, Sean Ross Sapp, tweeted this. And he says, this week, a WWE talent reached out and told me they believed, he said talent, so that's one person, believed that Vince McMahon was back in creative. No surprise. I couldn't get it confirmed at all. And then a few hours later, he tweeted again, sources within WWE that would be in the position to know tell Fightful that these fears are unfounded. We couldn't get any confirmations on those talents' fears, as noted in the original post. Triple H has been open that Vince has input and has been adamant to talent that Triple H has final say. Then what is this? Listen, if Triple H has final say and Vince McMahon has input, you mean to tell me this man fought his ass off to get back as director of the board, and he's not going to tell them what to do for WrestleMania? This is a Vince match. By far, in the running for bathroom break of WrestleMania. Omos and Brock Lesnar. Omos and Brock Lesnar.
That match feels like Vince literally just took his testicles out and laid them on their foreheads and then like, there you go.
This guy, I'll tell you right now, absolutely, unequivocally, is the worst match for WrestleMania. And I can say it before the rest of the card is even announced. I'm done with it, bro. Vince is back. Let's be real here. Jones, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna make this quick and simple. Brock doesn't work with who he doesn't want to work with.
Brock works with whoever they pay him to work with, Jones.
That is not true.
Jones, what? Come on. You mean to tell me
Riddle tried to book himself into a fight with Brock. Brock said, "Go away, kid."
But when was this?
This is for years.
Yeah, but it's a different time. If Triple H is in charge, right, I could understand. But if Vince is in charge, he's going to do whatever Vince wants him to do. This is terrible.
Brock is Brock. Brock, you're not going to, he's your money guy. He's going to say, I want to work with him. And he's going to work with him.
Okay. Let's say Jones is right?
Uh-huh.
Brock is working with Omos because he wants to work with Omos.
I don't know.
I don't think so personally. Where's the angle? Where has Omos had a match? I mean, just throw me one out there where Omos was like,
this is
holy
literally,
shit.
Ethan, this is literally out of the blue. This happened on Monday. I don't know where there's been no story between these two, and I think they just needed to put Brock on the card. And it feels like they just said, I can hear Vince in my head. Put him with Omos. Giant versus Giant. It'll be a great match. It's good shit. Good shit. I'm telling you right now. Joey, do you agree with me?
I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I can go both ways on this.
All right.
So
I can go both ways, too. Go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, we know. So
I've seen it.
I do not like Brock versus Omos. I would rather see Brock versus Gunther at WrestleMania. But Jones is correct. Brock has control over his character. If Brock doesn't, if say Vince was like, yo, Brock, I want you to fight MVP at WrestleMania. Brock can say no and just leave. Like, Brock doesn't have to do that. Brock has a lot of input, more than people think. But but maybe Brock says, yo, he sees Omos as like a big dude. They're, been struggling trying to get him over. If Brock's like, yo, if I can get him over, look what it can possibly do for his career. So I can see it that way.
So you think he's
I don't think Brock's good enough anymore to get anybody over, especially Omos.
Well, if you watch the product, you would know.
I don't think Omos.
To me, Brock is boring as shit.
I don't think Omos is getting over by anybody, honestly. I mean, I think Omos
I could see Omos if they go through with it. I could see Omos going over on Lesnar at WrestleMania.
This is fantastic. Now, if you don't understand what Panetta is saying, I downloaded on 2K23. I downloaded Tekashi 69. Now he's actually pretty good in the game, so I would recommend to download Tekashi 69. And Panetta knows what I'm talking about.
Omos won though in the triple threat.
I don't understand how he did it. I agree. Brock is a legend. I agree. I don't think anyone is good enough to put Omos over.
That's my point.
I don't think so. I don't even think Brock can do it because Omos, he's like you know what, bro? I'm sorry to say this. He's like a Braun Strowman. He's like a Braun Strowman. He had his times to get over. He had his chances. But I see him as a Braun Strowman. No matter how you repackage this man, it's just not going to happen. Now, Jones, I know you're upset. And I'm not going to go too hard because it's Black History Month. But I think Omos is cool outside of the ring. He's dope. I just wish, honestly, I think the only way they could get him connected to the audience is if they let him be him. Because Omos is so different.
Agreed.
Outside I have an argument there. I
right?
agree with you.
Do you agree? Yeah.
I mean, better, like if he was himself, he'd be a whole different.
When
person.
you watch these interviews with him, he's way
great.
different than.
He's awesome. He's funny. He's got personality. He's got charisma.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just tell that this Giant Gonzalez thing, they're just forcing it. You could tell.
My favorite interview he does is when he's talking about the iPod and the Zoomy, I think it is, in the airport.
Yeah. He's great. He's a funny guy. And he had that. What did he have, Jones? He had an issue where he almost died, right? He had like some
Thing with his
condition or
eye.
something?
Yeah.
He almost went blind too.
Oh, shit.
It's most of the people who actually is for lack of a better term is giantism. Most of them have an overactive pituitary gland where they have to get it shut down or removed or something.
Did he have the surgery?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the surgery that Andre the Giant refused, right?
Big Show had it too. Big Show had it when he was young.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Andre the Giant, by the way. Shout out to Andre. Shout out to Andre the Giant.
Hulk and Andre rivals, man. That was a good
That was a good
episode.
show. I saw the rivals, and I saw, what was the... Jones didn't even watch it.
Jones watched it.
Jones didn't watch it. I don't think he watched it.
The NWO one was a waste. I went back and watched it just to see if there was something new.
Jones, there were a couple new things I learned from the NWO show.
You learned
Like
I
2
learned
things.
Nothing. I learned nothing.
Really?
Everything I knew already.
Wow. Well, I mean, you are...
What are the 2 things you learned, Vinny? I want to know.
I think I texted it to you. What was... I forget now. I totally forget.
Was it the Sting Starcade?
Sting Stark... What was that? What do you mean?
How Hogan used his creative control.
No, I knew that. But there was something small. It was a minute thing. Oh, I forget what it was now. But
It wasn't Sting
were
being the third guy originally, was it?
No.
Okay.
Nope. There were 2 small. I have to go back and watch it now. I remember texting you what it was. I forget what it was now. But there were good. Wow. They were good, bro. It was a good show. I enjoyed it, but I am not looking forward to Jake the Snake. That's next week. I think Jake the Snake is next week. We've had about 4 documentaries of Jake the Snake.
There's nothing more they can say.
There's really nothing. You're right. There's really nothing. Marabito says, I have giantism. I'm sure he does.
Testicular giantism.
Go to his OnlyFans. You'll see it. I think the match Brock versus Omos at Mania isn't happening. It might just be an angle for Bobby and the Hurt Business to reform. Interesting suggestion by Vorn. Jones would love to have the Hurt Business come back. Jones, that was your favorite, I would say, in the last decade. That was your favorite stable. Now that's going to bother me. This whole NWO thing is going to bother me.
If it lasted a little longer, I would agree with you. But they pulled the plug on it too quickly for me to even give it any steam.
You were pissed off, weren't you?
It had the great potential, and then you just say, nah, I'm done with it.
And who do I feel about the same way? Who is it, Jones?
You're about to feel like that about Bray Wyatt right now.
Nope. Maximum male models. The
Whoa.
maximum male models had potential.
I'm going back on these texts.
What does it say?
And you said, damn, this is a good episode. Learned some tidbits I never knew.
Did I tell you what they were or no?
No.
Fuck. Now I got to watch it again. And I don't feel like watching it again. Fuck, what was it?
Don't do it.
Now it's going to bother me. I thought it was a great episode. The end, there were 2 little things.
You told me Sting would have fallen flat and Hogan was perfect.
Yeah. When they were talking about, I knew that Sting was going to potentially be the guy that turned heel for NWO.
Yeah.
That would have fallen flat, I think. I think Hogan was perfect.
But I like how Hogan talks about the finger poke of doom. If I could take it back, I would. Never happened.
Oh, Jesus. They're saying the finger poke of doom is the single-handedly killed WCW. I think it's going too far.
It is too far.
Panetta agrees, and Jones agrees that Hogan is perfect.
I will say, to me, what killed WCW was you were trying to compete with Raw so much on Nitro, you could have saved Hogan versus Goldberg for a big pay-per-view and build it up.
Yeah, definitely.
You kept putting all these matches on Nitro.
I was watching it with my wife, and my wife goes, "Is that Virgil?" I was like, "Yeah, that's Virgil." Because
The breadstick legend.
she's talked to Virgil on the phone a couple times because he's going through the cancer treatment. So she's giving him, some advice with the doctors and stuff. Because she's in oncology. And she's like, I didn't know Virgil was in WCW. I was like, yeah, he was.
You know what's crazy? WWE right now would kill for those WCW ratings when the last year they were still pulling 3s and 4s.
Oh my God. I think at one point, wasn't WWE during Attitude, weren't they pulling a 7 and 8?
7 and 8. Because remember the Monday Night Football was getting mad? Because the wrestling was beating them.
Because wrestling was winning. Shout out to our baby daddy. Jay Cross is here. I love you, King.
Yo.
Sexy like a
it was
chocolate
not
strawberry.
the wedding thing. I knew about that. That was a great, that was awesome for him to do, though. That was not it. But
You forget, Bischoff stole the NWO gimmick from New Japan.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was in New Japan, and he got some ideas for sure. On making the product more real life. Blurring the lines between reality and
I did how the people around there, like at Universal Studios, when Nash threw Rey Mysterio at the trailer, and they're all calling.
And they called 911. You know what's crazy? When Hogan showed up in MGM Studios, it's not MGM Studios anymore. There weren't that many people. No. You figure Hulk Hogan at that time, there's crowds of people, 50 people. And he's sitting in the back of a car doing a Missing America wave and shit.
The Hulk Hogan themed car.
I gotta send you this TikTok I ran across today, by the way.
Send it.
It is the most vicious Hulk Hogan chair shots recorded.
Oh wait, is it the one in WCW? Yep. I've seen that one. That's a good one. But WCW, when NWO started, I mean that they broke new ground, they paved the way, honestly. But at that when Bischoff said that they weren't planning weeks in advance, they were going week to week. Mm-hmm. That's what fucking killed them.
Mean Gene Okerlund has said he would go up to Bischoff yo, what's going on for the show tonight? Bischoff's like, I don't know, leave me alone right now. And Gene's like, yo, there's 30 minutes to a show.
Holy shit.
Sounds like another company I know.
Wow.
But
Vaughn
they
has a
didn't have the
question
NWO.
for our Black King.
I don't have to guess that. I was actually there for that. That's when I bought the shirt.
Ooh, okay.
I know who won the rematch already.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah.
So we won't say it because he hasn't read any spoiler.
Yeah, so I'm not going to spoil
He
it.
was at MLW, baby.
Was it a good match? Was it a good match?
Yeah, those two don't have bad matches for some reason. They have pretty good chemistry.
I love when
Yo,
King
they
fills
had
me in on shit I don't watch.
They had an old MLW episode on Access the other day. It was like a battle royal, and Karrion Kross was in there. Killer Kross. It was a
Karrion
weird
Kross?
battle royal.
Well, who'd you say, Karrion Loss?
Karrion Kross, Killer Kross.
What's crazy is Karrion Kross. Me and Jones were talking about this too. Karrion Kross has started publicly complaining about his role in WWE. And I'm like, bro, you got fired. You came back. They gave you another shot. And you still can't get this character over. Maybe it's not a them problem. Maybe it's a you problem. Maybe you're just boring. Maybe. What's wrong, Jones? Speaking, what?
Joey looks frozen.
Oh,
Yeah, he
is Joey
does.
frozen?
Oh, he is.
Oh, there he goes. He'll come back.
Yep, there he goes.
Let's
He
see.
just was like,
The Karrion Kross thing really fucked him up. He was just like, God damn it.
Karrion
But some people just don't have the personality.
No.
A lot of it comes down like we were talking about Omos. Omos and Lesnar, it's like watching oil and oil try to have a wrestling match.
Mark Mero 2.0.
Yo, that was post Sable Slam, Power Slam, right?
No, Wasn't it was the Wild Man? Oh wait, Mark Mero 2.0 was the boxer, right?
Yeah, that was when she powerbombed him, right?
Yep.
Yep, and that ruined his career.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's when he pulled in Jackie.
Oh God, Jackie. Let me see.
Forgot about Jackie.
I love the Battle Riot concept MLW has. It gives you more action and is very unpredictable. I don't know what Babble's talking about. Jones, can you fill me in of the Battle Riot?
That's the Battle Royal style matchup that Joey was talking about. You saw on Access.
Okay.
I don't know. My Mac just restarted automatically.
Was it doing an update?
Update
error?
did come out like a couple of days ago.
I think it was like an error code. It said.
It's the ghost of Karrion Kross.
Oh, by the way, there was a huge announcement on Dynamite. It was a major announcement.
See you next week, folks.
This major Tony Khan had this huge announcement for AEW fans. I was kind of excited. It made me tune in. And he announces that AEW will have one more hour of television after Dynamite on a show called All Access, which will be the real behind the scenes. It's all real.
So what's being the elite? That's behind the scenes.
I know.
Every Monday.
Isn't it half their YouTube channels?
Yeah.
So I was a little. Thank you, Mario. I agree with you.
If AEW Access does not give me Britt Baker and Adam Cole's sex life, I am not watching.
That's as real as it gets.
And Soraya's too. Again, just
I don't know. You never know.
I go to other websites for that one.
We may do a membership. You never know. I have to talk to Jones about that one. Let them into the bedroom with me and Jones. Let's see. Carnage Rage says, what will become of Davey Richards? Because I heard he's deciding to resign or not to sign with MLW. Jones, you are the MLW expert. Go ahead, my king.
As much as I like Davey Richards, he quits wrestling too frequently for me to really care what happens with his career going forward. I understand that he likes helping people. Yeah, he left to become a firefighter once, decided to come back and be a wrestler again. Then he left to go back and be a nurse, then decided to come back and be a wrestler again. Like, pick your poison at this point.
There you go.
But he's a damn good wrestler. But you're getting old now. Do something. And you're short.
Drew Aldridge Boyer, what's up, brother? The announcement of an announcement, which then announced its own announcement that it was putting the locker room on notice again. And Chris says, LA Knight, yeah. I love LA Knight. I think if they book him right, he's a rock star. But this is no. This is bad. This is bad.
If that's one of your WrestleMania headlines, that's
God Almighty. I can't, bro.
They have
tragic
action to fill up, though. So you do
It's
have to throw
disappointing. You
some
know what?
filler
I wouldn't
matches
say
in there.
it's just disappointing, man. Because after I watched those Omos interviews, I was like, dude, there's potential for this guy. He's like, if they just let him loose and let him be him, I think he'd be so much fun.
I'm with Joey. I would have loved to see Lesnar with Gunther.
That would have been dope. I agree. I thought that's what they were going to do, Joey.
That would probably be a SummerSlam thing now.
Wow. I thought they were going to have him go.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. I'll probably be there.
You might be going.
I'll say it's your neck of the woods, isn't it?
You might be going.
2.5 hours away.
SummerSlam. But it is the road to WrestleMania, and Vince is in charge. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I know that motherfucker's in charge. There is no way Vince McMahon's going to be like, Triple H, it's all yours, man. Get the fuck out of here. There is no way. McMahon is way too egotistical for that to happen. And we have some video games. Video games.
Yay!
Video games. Video games. And I'm going to be realistic. WWE 2K23 is WWE 2K22 on I wouldn't say like crazy steroids. I would say like HGH.
It's updated.
I want to know what kind of drugs you guys are on because
I would say, listen, I'll admit it. I told Joey, I don't know why. I know better. Stop it.
No. You guys talk about all this fun on 2K22. So the other night I was like, yo, I'm going to get on 2K22. I'm going to fucking give it a legit chance. I want to figure it out.
It's even stronger. Yeah.
I'm going to do something. Nothing.
What is this? I'm going to go on record and say CM Punk said the company would be better off when Vince is dead. I mean, he ain't wrong. Chris says Lesnar and Gunther should be saved for SummerSlam now. Gunther can have the IC title all the way till, so when Brock wins it won't feel so bad because we know Gunther will go for WWE title or Universal. Wow.
I don't think Brock wants an IC title.
I was saying Brock with a mid-card title?
Vorn asked, did you hear the latest AEW trademark called Collision? Is that what it is? Collision?
See, I'm going to be nice. I was going to say something bad.
Was that going to be replacing, was that Saturday Night Collision?
Collision in North Korea.
Shotgun Saturday Night. Remember that shit?
I like Shotgun Saturday
But that
Night.
was the height of the Attitude Era, so we watched everything. Even Shotgun Saturday. Sunday Night Heat, bro. I was ready.
Because Brian Pillman was a commentator on Shotgun Saturday Night. You didn't know what he would say.
My God. Now listen, I want to show you guys the trailer of... With the AEW trailer, I'm more excited for AEW Fight Forever. I really am. Because it's
forever.
Listen.
Wait
it's because
forever.
I'm a No Mercy guy. I'm an N64 No Mercy guy.
Well, keep playing those games so you don't get disappointed.
Now, I had to cut out... The trailer was trash. I was so mad when they announced the trailer on IGN. What was it, FanFest or something like that?
Yeah.
And they mixed real match with the video game. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I don't want to see anything real. Show me the gameplay.
I'll tell you, it's like they're scared.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, I feel like it's so far from done. But I clipped out the real wrestling so we don't get copyright struck. And check this out. Here is AEW Fight Forever. This was from like 2 weeks ago. I think it was. Here it is.
Held a singles match.
Introducing the champion, Hangman Adam Page.
Graphics are dope.
They definitely got a lot better from the first pictures.
The American Dragon, Brian.
They did say there were no full entrances in this game, which I don't give a shit.
Well, I didn't watch.
I just want good gameplay, so I had to chop it all up. And it has the same exact camera angle as N64. Look at all the blood. I'm excited for this. Looks fun.
I'll wait for your disappointment when it comes out.
Bro, listen. And there it is. There's the new cover. No CM Punk. Even Jones is saying, prepare for disappointment. It's coming out for PC, by the way. Wow. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
All these wrestling games are like Madden 19, 20, 21, 22,
Say,
23.
That, Betrayed by Sins, that is just a placeholder date.
Yep.
They always put, like, the last day of the year when they don't have the real date. I'm hearing it was February. Now I'm hearing April. So, I mean, WWE put out 2 games before these guys put out 1. I agree with you, Mario. It looks just like No Mercy. That's all I care about.
I want to see the Moctave cocktail.
That's all I care about. I just want that gameplay back because that's what was addicting. It wasn't the graphics. It wasn't the music. It wasn't the characters. It was just the gameplay was addicting.
Yeah. Do you got 2K23 trailer?
Yes.
I'm not scrolling
yes.
on graphics right now.
You don't like? I mean, but I honestly, Jones, I don't care.
The faces is what's bothering me.
Yeah, but
Danielson looks like a crackhead. Look like he has eye makeup, and that doesn't look like Hangman at all. And I don't care what. I don't.
Yo,
care
he
about
looks
Hangman at all.
super emo.
So the thing that pushed this game back was they couldn't get the rating.
Yeah.
Because, there's so much blood and because they show buttocks, is what they said.
Really? Because of buttocks?
It kept getting pushed back. So they finally settled on T for teen.
They finally got the rating because it's a.
Yeah, that was the last hurdle they needed.
That's it. All right. All right. So this is 2K23, which is basically 2K22 plus. Here it is. Now the graphics on this game are completely insane. I mean, way over AEW.
If you rolling, I pray you don't get cold. Is he ready for war, my brother? Is he ready for war, my brother?
That's the new feature. Oh God. There you go, Jones. Why put that? Why Bad Bunny, bro? why? Of all the people you could download for pre-order, why Bad Bunny? Go ahead, Jones. I know he's going to stick up for this. Go ahead.
Bad Bunny is one of the few people who can actually wrestle as far as guests that show up. Logan Paul is the only guest celebrity who's a better wrestler than Bad Bunny. I refuse to let you bash him on that one.
Hogan is actually a 94 rating.
Yo, King J. Sean's a WrestleMania arcade games fan, dude. Wow.
Have you played in your house?
No. King J. Sean, you'll appreciate this. I just picked up In Your House for PlayStation 1. And man, that brought back memories, bro. It was the bad version of WrestleMania, the arcade game. I mean, graphically, 2K23 looks incredible. I mean, it looks way better than AEW Fight Forever.
I want to go back to what Jones said, piggyback, because Jones was talking about like Bad Bunny and, one of the good wrestlers with the being like a guest, that are not like an actual wrestler. And it's funny because it brings me to Logan Paul. I watched an interview today. And somebody asked a former WWE wrestler who's still in the business about Logan Paul. Like, yo, man, he's had 3 matches and they're really good. And the dude said, how good would you be if you trained with Shawn Michaels for a month straight every day?
That's true. I mean, also, let's give credit where credit's due. Logan Paul's a fucking athlete.
Oh, he's an athlete, but like, imagine what Bad Bunny would be if he trained with HBK for.
Yeah, but that sounds like a little haterade though, too. I mean, is Faulty has connections?
Logan. Logan's a monster. Like, I don't like the guy. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't like him. I think he could really be a piece of shit, but he's an athlete, bro.
I can handle him. I can handle him. Handle him more than his brother.
Jake Paul, what has Jake Paul proven? Honestly.
Fix his boxing fights.
Yeah, he can fix boxing fights like Don King.
Yep. Brian Hip taking me back. WrestleFest forever, bro. Man. I used to beg my dad for quarters just to continue.
They have an arcade. I think they came out with an arcade of it.
Did they?
I think they did.
Who was in it? LOD, Earthquake.
Was it Sid?
Perfect. No.
Sid was in one of them.
There was also one called Superstars.
Superstars. He could have been in.
I think it might have been that, but bro, WrestleFest. Something about that game that just made me. Warrior was in it. Yeah, Jay is right. Warrior was in there, and they had like, it was basically, and wasn't Mean Gene? Didn't Mean Gene like interview the wrestlers before they entered the Rumble and stuff like that? Like, it was dope. It was a great game.
We snack on diner and dine on. We snack on danger and dine on death.
Yeah. LOD.
LOD, bro. Typhoon. I think Typhoon was in it. Hogan.
For superstars was Macho, Hogan, Duggan, Warrior, DiBiase, Andre, Bossman.
Andre was in it. I didn't know that.
He was in Superstars. I don't think he was playable.
Yeah. And Elizabeth was in it too, but not playable. And then I can't tell who the other person is.
Super WrestleMania is the one I'm thinking of.
That one's SNES, right?
That's the one with Sid.
Super Nintendo. Yeah. There was one. There were these 3 games for Super Nintendo that came out. It was Super WrestleMania. It was Royal Rumble.
And Monday Night Raw.
And then Monday Night Raw. But then I remember going to, it was called Software Etc. at the time. Or Electronics Boutique. One or the other.
Dating yourself? I remember when it was called Babbage's, so.
Yeah. It was, well,
I remember
what is
Electronics
GameStop
Boutique.
now? It's GameStop now, but I remember going and I would beg my
Forgot
parents.
Funko Land. You skipped the whole generation.
Funko Land. Wow. There was a Funko Land just not close to me. And I would go into the store and I kept seeing this video game on the wall called Rage in the Cage.
Oh, yes.
It was called Rage in the Cage. And it was, I remember, I think Luger was on there, Narcissist. Like, it was mad people, Yokozuna. They were all on the cover. And I couldn't get it because it required Sega CD. And Sega CD was super expensive. My parents couldn't afford it. And I just always remember wanting to play Rage in the Cage. And I got to play it on an emulator, and it's fucking identical to the Super Nintendo games. Dude, I'll tell you right now. Rage in the Cage. Who else was on Rage in the Cage? I think it was Lex was the main guy.
Lex, Nasty Boys.
Nasty. Bro, they had a lot of people in that game.
So they had
Sega CD.
They had a Savage, the Head Shrinkers, IRS, Luger, Razor,
Narcissist, right? Narcissist.
Yeah. Razor Ramon,
Okay.
Ted DiBiase,
Okay.
Bam Bam,
Wow, I didn't know Bam Bam was in that.
Yoko,
Okay.
HBK,
Okay.
Rick Martel, Jerry Sags and Knobs Nasty Boys, Big Boss Man,
Dude,
Tatanka,
Tatanka was in it?
Bret Hart,
Of course.
Undertaker,
Okay.
Crush, Mr. Perfect, and Kamala.
They had a lineup, bro. They had a lineup. It's funny because talking all these retro games, and I remember, I think it was Nico that recommended DKOldies. He said, go to DKOldies for all your retro gaming needs. So I checked out DKOldies and, you know, you get controller. I mean, you can get anything from them, honestly. Yeah. But the one thing, dude, their prices are insane. Have any of you shopped from DKOldies at all? Like for any retro stuff?
I have been on their site a lot. I was thinking of sending them my Game Gear, Sega Game Gear in because the screen is a little messed up. Have them fix it.
Do they give good money?
Well, I just want them to fix it.
Well, how much did you price? How much they charge?
They repair?
No, I didn't because you got to send it in.
So
they gotta check
I don't
it
know
out.
how much. I don't know how much you're invested. So like, there's a couple of sites I can send you that they have the Game Gears where the screen's replaced with the LCD screen, new soundboard, the whole bit.
Oh, they
and
like
the
super mod it.
Yeah, super modded, reasonably priced.
I don't want a modded one.
Really?
You want just
Yeah,
yours
no,
repaired?
because I got the original. Like, I got a blue one. I don't want a modded one that's going to, like, mess up because I've seen a lot of modded ones that are, like,
See.
I got to have the original.
All right, so did anyone
never had
play
that.
Saturday Night Slam Masters? No.
It was essentially a fighting game, fighting wrestling game made by Capcom.
Let me tell you what was the worst wrestling game for Super Nintendo or any system back then.
What was it?
WCW. I played Super Brawl. Terrible. Jones knows. Oh, I remember I rented it for...
All of WCW's games were bad till N64.
Dude, I remember... Correct. I remember I rented it for Super Nintendo. I'm like, man, this is going to be fun. This is just like Raw and Rumble. I played it. I'm like, I turned it off like 2 minutes. I'm like, hell no.
It was that bad. I never
can't
played
agree
it.
with you. WCW versus the World on PlayStation was
I
good.
agree. You're right. You're right.
That
No,
one.
you're right.
That
You're right.
one, yes.
You're right.
Because Andre was unlockable at the end.
You're right. WCW versus the World was awesome. It was awesome.
Nitro was okay.
I couldn't
It
do
was
it.
good for the sound clips, really.
Oh, yeah. Nash is like, how'd you like a power bomb? Pick me.
But yo, so I bought a controller from DKOldies for my GameCube. And I got, and because I of course I saw them on TikTok.
Did you really?
I saw them on TikTok. I saw them on YouTube, and I'm like, yo, this company, they clean all their shit. You know, they refurbish everything. I'm like, yo, I'm down. So I bought a controller. And yo, it came in and it was dirty. The controller was all dirty, like the joysticks were dirty. And I'm like, bro, this is not what they show on TikTok. They show they clean everything, right? And yo, they're expensive. Like, bro, an N64 bundle is like $250 to $250 for an N64. It's ridiculous. Dude, for a backwards compatible PlayStation 3. Remember the fat PS3s that first came out?
Yep.
Guy paid $400. And the reason why they pay so much is because they claim on their it says on their site that they clean them. Every console, they open them and clean them, and they refurbish them. And look at this. This is what the guy got.
For the big reveal, I got
This
all the
is the
screws off from the
PS3.
top. Let's go ahead and pull this cover all the way off
Look at
and
this shit.
see what it looks like inside. Oh, man. Oh,
$400,
no way.
bro.
What about the one where the dude got the Xbox?
Dude,
That
don't
one
have
was
that.
I have
dirty.
no words.
It was dirty,
It actually
though.
looks better
Yeah.
on camera than in person. Like in person, every single inch
This
of
is
this
after I
covered
bought
in
from them.
dirt and dust, and just look at that. Absolutely filthy. Oh my goodness. This is like
This is refurbished.
This is GameStop level. This is worse than GameStop. Like, this is bad.
What about when he got the PS2
really, really
bundle?
bad. I'm gonna take some pictures and show it
look
on the
at that.
screen so you guys can get a better look at this. But like every inch of this is just
$400.
covered in dirt, and this is called refurbished. Why am I paying double market price? I want to see what the rest of the console looks like. I want to see what the fan looks like. I want to see what the thermal paste looks like. It's not gonna be good. So let's keep going. All
at
right.
this
So I think I
shit.
got all the screws out, and we're gonna see if we can pull this all the way out to see what the heat sink looks like. All right, here we go. And the big reveal. Oh man. Whew. That is amazing. Oh yeah, all over my fingers. Man, DKOldies really outdid themselves this time. This is wow. Yeah, this bottom piece is even wow. It looks like a desert.
Bro, he paid $400. This guy, dude,
That shit looked like it came out of Carmine's house.
you can get a Nintendo Entertainment System on eBay for $80 to $100, right? They sell them for $2+, and they give you fake controllers. They don't even give you like name brand. They give you fucking bootleg controllers.
Third-party control. The same dude got the PS2 bundle, and he got the third-party.
This guy got
Controller.
he got a PS2 bundle, and they gave him a third-party controller that didn't work with PS2 games. Are you ready? Here's another one. Look at this.
If they don't give me my money back on this thing, I'm gonna lose my shit. Look at that right here. A chip. I spent $300 on this system. $300. You could get one in the same, if not better condition for a third of the price. Why is there a chip right here in the system? Why? Can you explain that to me? I could find one of these on eBay in this condition. Dirt on the feet. Get your sticker off of here. I'm opening this. You did not. You did. This is. Oh, they have a sticker that if you tamper with it. You're funny. You're cute.
It's dusty. You can see it. Nobody wiped it out.
Yeah.
And then he got a PS2.
It's never been dusted.
They never opened it.
Oh, here's a square. No, they saw it up front. Look, if the square as you see it.
Yeah.
Let me do this one. Yeah, look.
They never fucking
So yeah,
opened
this
it.
has never been open. This has never once been open. Not at all.
No, nobody's had the drive out, that's for sure.
No. Can you see my finger? Look. Yeah, did you see all the dust? This is where the controller ports are. Look at the top.
Look at that.
We did not do that. That was cracked. So
that's the controller port.
DKOldies PlayStation 2. It wasn't refurbished. This was not cleaned inside. There was a layer of dust. If this was freshly refurbished or refurbished at all, there would have been no dust inside.
Unreal, bro.
So I have this weird relationship with PlayStation 2s.
What's that?
I went through 8 of them. So what happens is PlayStation 2, I don't know if you guys ever played it. There's a game called Killzone.
Yep. I played it.
So we were a clan called Nut Clan.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd go fuck shit up. So, you know, Killzone, you had your spawns where you can block people in it. We destroy the game. So that's why when the developers started playing on the game, they would ban our consoles.
Oh, I see.
So that we started the whole team killing thing and that whole bit.
So your PS2 was just banned from online.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would give my friends that didn't play online money and switch out PlayStations and just keep doing that. So I had like 8 of them.
They had that with the 360 too. A couple of my friends were banned on 360. And that's it. Once you're banned, you're banned. There's no way to get around it. But these guys, bro, this guy got a Nintendo Wii.
The problem was the fan.
All over the place.
There was so much disgusting gunk on there. It could have, should have, and says it was clean. It wasn't. I went ahead and cleaned it. Now, the weird thing is, I saw that gunk before I even opened the Wii. So did they not see it? I don't know. And then after that, the case had a lot of dust and some dirt in it. I then cleaned that out. And the Wii wasn't actually very dirty inside, but you can tell it was not cleaned or even opened, which is totally fine. But if you're not going to open it, just don't say that you are and that you're cleaning them if you're not going to do that.
So, for any of you that watch this show and you're into like retro gaming or video games and stuff like that, because I love retro gaming, do not buy from DKOldies. Do not buy.
I will say this. I watch a guy on YouTube. I know Vinny does RGT.
That's
guy.
This guy right here.
They don't give
him.
No, not him. There was another guy.
Oh, okay.
He reviews like a lot of games. He has like a lot of the arcade one-ups.
Yep.
And he did a thing about DKOldies, and he said DKOldies is good if you want to sell them games. Because like he made like a couple $1,000s on the games that he traded into, sold to DKOldies.
With anything, listen, when you sell anything, the price doesn't matter to me. Like, you can overprice as much as you want.
Yeah.
That's your prerogative. That's your decision.
You got to make money. I get it.
Right? But don't claim something has been done to it that is never done. That's where you fuck up. Like this company, they can charge $300, $400 for whatever. I don't care. You know, that's up to the buyer to buy it. But when you're claiming that you're opening every single device and cleaning it and refurbishing it.
And that's part of what you're paying for.
That's what you're paying for. Exactly.
The one that got me was when DKOldies did a response to all these people. And they showed their cleaning team cleaning a Wii. I think it was a Wii with a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
So take shiny plastic and take a magic eraser to that motherfucker and see what happens. That'll fucking scratch that shit and mat it all up. Dude, it's wild. It's wild how much these motherfuckers charge for their shit. So stay away. I know a lot of you guys retro game. Do not, I repeat, do not buy from DKOldies. Do not buy. And that's that. Fuck DKOldies.
Dude, every time I see the video, Brandon just placed an order. Let's go ship it out. I'm like, oh, sorry for Brandon.
That guy Joey's he's a mastermind. He's a mastermind. So we have a big announcement for you guys.
Major.
Major. Big announcement. It's been a long time coming. When it comes to interviews and when it comes to big guests, surprise guests, you know, sometimes things fall through the cracks. Sometimes things don't work out.
And sometimes guys like Vinny work their ass off.
Justin says, Review Tech USA completely destroyed DKOldies over the past 2 months. Bro, I've been watching this guy. It is his sole mission. To to fuck up DKOldies.
But I love how he keeps buying stuff from them and just keeps ripping it apart.
Panetta, it is not Hulk Hogan. Jones already knows. But are you guys ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
We love you.
I want you to understand something. I've been waiting to finally talk to this man, to finally see this man and get his insight on pro wrestling and his career. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out.
I'm right here. You want it? You got it.
Oh my God. The head tilt on Jones's face.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, we love you.
Oh shit,
This camera's following him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Ahmed Johnson on Pounding the Meat next week. And
we got you, Jones. Fish camera, Jones.
By the way, Ahmed had just released didn't they get a figure of Ahmed? Ahmed Johnson?
Coincidentally.
That was crazy. Exit stage left.
Jones. We love you, bro. You can thank Vinny for working tirelessly.
The Pearl River Plunge. Ahmed Johnson will be here. Dude, I wish it was fucking Sly Stallone.
Is this real?
100% real, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. I have this for you. Hold on.
The realists.
I was looking for it.
Where's it at? Can't find it. There it is. And you can thank Mr. J. Cross for helping plan this as a surprise to our king.
Wow.
Love you, Jay.
Black History Month.
There's no better way to end Black History Month than with Ahmed Johnson.
I will take my 5% in this.
We wanted a real reaction from Jones. We had to. And
this is not what I was told. This is some BS. This is
Jones,
not what I
this
was told.
This is where guys like Jay and Vinny are letting you be you.
We do have. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was the best reaction. We do have some unfinished business. I am working with the guys who handle Buff Bagwell. Well, he's not Buff Bagwell at this moment.
It's Marcus Alexander Bagwell.
Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Because we had something planned.
Wait.
Go ahead, King.
So that guy, Tony Norris, in the bottom corner, is legit going to be on here next week.
Tony Norris will be on Pounding the Meat next week.
Guess what, people? Guess who won't be on the show next week? This guy.
No, he'll be backstage with his
No,
gold
I
ice.
Jones, I want to know, honestly,
fanboy.
Jones, I want your real input on. You've never told me. You've never told me. What's the issue? Is it Ahmed the character or is it Tony the person?
I don't know Tony the person, so I can't judge of what he is. As
Right.
a human being.
Can you higher it, Bubby? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. That's better.
Like I can't judge him as a person.
Right.
I have a lot I want to say, but I don't want him not to show up. So I'll hold my comments for after the show after.
Wow. I mean, is it something? The only thing I remember about Ahmed Johnson or his WWF Warzone promos, bro. his Warzone promos were classic. You couldn't understand a word he was saying. They had Ahmed in like this like warehouse. It sounded like he was in a garage, and you couldn't understand one damn word he said.
I'm disappointed.
Look at the joy
What's
in
wrong,
his face.
Jones? Talk to me.
I feel the joy.
Talk to me.
Like, I thought we were better than this. Like legit, I thought we were better than this.
Jones, what is your heat?
I'm looking at all of y'all differently right now.
Talk to me, kid. Talk to me.
To be fair, Step Culture Shock just kind of had to keep the secret.
Look at this guy.
You know, so me and Joey were more like along the lines of like,
it's a
Jones. I want to know.
It's a different vibe right now.
What happened, Jones? Look,
that's what I'm trying to find out. What happened?
It's thicker than that. You disappoint me, Jake. What God?
Joe, as soon as I seen the head tilt,
dude,
I was like, oh my God.
I wish I could have played it and shown Jones. Because I got to see it behind the scenes, and Jones went like this. This is literally what Jones did. He went.
I feel partially responsible for this because I mentioned it.
But no, what? It's going to be a great interview. That's what we do.
I mean, no, of course. It definitely will be. Because we're going to dig deep with Tony Norris.
You can ask Vinny how long.
However,
we're going to dig deep.
Know this right now. I don't care if he's watching. Like, I really don't give a damn.
I don't care either, Jones. I want you to speak your truth, King.
This is not under any circumstances Jones approved. Like, I will never co-sign this.
Can you reserve that for after the interview? Maybe he changes your opinion.
Jones.
He won't.
But Jones, if it's not here, see now I want to dig. Jones, I want you to be open with me right now. Like you and me, mano a mano. Like we're on the phone right now, behind the scenes, you and I. You know, we have those conversations, right? It's usually you yelling at me. But I want to.
That's going to happen after we go off air. Just know that's coming.
And listen, I told everyone. I said, listen, I'll take the heat. But Jones, I want to know something. If it's not Tony Norris the person, if it's Ahmed Johnson the character, or Big T, or Black Superman, he was Black Superman. Then what is it about the character that affects you personally?
Did it break you when he joined LOD?
I want to know.
You have an interview with him next week. I withhold my comments until after. I will tell you off air because I don't want him to not show up. But then again, he's doing me a favor if he doesn't show up.
Wow. All right. Well, Jones is speaking his truth. That's all I can ask.
I tried to get him a cameo. Not a cameo, by the way.
Panetta says this has potential to be the best wrestling interview this podcast has ever produced. I'm so excited.
We will get the hard-hitting questions.
MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Michael Jordan, Ahmed Johnson, Barack Obama.
You ain't lying, bro.
Jay, you need to find your way backstage after the show goes off air because you got to catch some of this too.
Yeah, don't Jay, don't leave all the heat for me.
I'll take some of it.
I think everybody. Let's be real.
Everyone knew.
Everybody knew, and everybody sees that. And I'm going to go a little Dr. Phillish here. Everybody sees that there's this persona that Jones puts forth, and it might be a facade because you know what? I think deep down there's a spot for Ahmed. There's a spot for the Hulkster, and I think we're just trying to let your childhood blossom.
I will go on this show and put over Hogan before I put over him.
Jones, see, bro, listen.
See,
listen.
I will rescind my WrestleMania 3 comments.
Wow.
So,
what do you think it is, Joey?
I'm gonna take all the heat for this.
All right, thank you.
Because
take some heat off me because I'm burning here.
Because I'm the one that mentioned it to Viddy a couple weeks ago. Like, yo, we should have Ahmed. What about Ahmed?
You did.
And I've been pulling for D'Lo Brown for how long?
And I said, I'm friends with Ahmed on Facebook.
And so, I said, we reached out.
I messaged him, and he's like, call me. So I called him. I called him the next day. I talked to him. And I said, Tony, listen. I was like, I don't see you doing a lot of interviews. Is there a reason? I just asked. Is there
that's why I mentioned him, because there's not a lot of interviews with him out there. And I figured it would have been great to hear his side of the story.
We need to hear some of Ahmed's side. Now, Jones, I just want you to understand something. This has the potential to change your outlook. Maybe you don't know some stories. Maybe you don't know what happened to him.
I'm not going to be here.
But hold on, Jones. Listen.
Listen.
Let's take from professional journalism, right?
Yeah.
And
I never said I was professional.
No. I'm taking it from other people that we have to learn from. So with this friction, you being here next week, I think would be internet gold.
I'm not going to be here.
Jones, you don't have to be here, but if you're going to comment on why you feel this way, wouldn't it be fair for you to at least at some point see the content, which can then validate your theories, or maybe make you turn another way on this?
Not even a full cheek, just a
no. I'm not saying fully forgive him. I'm not saying, but you always got to hear everyone out. You have to hear both sides.
Did he skip a childhood autograph?
Who said I had to be an adult about this?
But Jones, listen, bro. I mean, Jones,
you guys did this, so if it succeeds, more power to you. It's all on y'all. If it fails, it's all on y'all.
It's all on Joey. Remember, Joey said he's taking all
Jones, I'm gonna blame you if it fails.
You can't blame me.
I'll take the heat. I can take it.
You didn't involve me in this decision, which
Jones.
is a breach of contract.
Jones, Jones, listen.
Don't have you filed for your taxes?
Jones, listen. Don't leave my taxes alone, please. Don't touch my tax. I already filed them, but please don't audit me, Jones.
Nah, you might not get until December.
Jones, don't audit me, bro.
2024.
Please don't audit me.
Thank God Mike came in today.
So next week,
next year's may not be so good.
Nah, I'm
Tony Norris, Ahmed Johnson at 8 p.m. sharp, March 2nd.
I mean, look at that smile. He's just so happy.
Dimples.
So that new figure, I'm going to try to get an autograph for Jones.
I hope it's a great
that
show.
That new elite figure?
At least Jones, listen, at least Jones supports the success of the show. Mm-hmm. I'll take that.
I'm taking my talents to BAM, though. I'm just letting you know that.
But I don't know what I'm going to do, Jones.
Oh, no, please.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
I can't even fake like that's even funny.
Jones, I don't know what I'm going to do. Listen, you may need to help
with Andrea.
I need to figure out some hard-hitting questions for Ahmed Johnson. I'm going to ask him, what did you do to Jones?
Why don't you ask him? You know what?
The Godfather, right?
I got a hard-hitting question for you.
Yeah.
Ask him if he has this figure or like any figures, of himself.
That's it.
Those are tough questions.
Do you have any belts?
She only won his career. What are you talking about?
Bro, he had the gold one, bro. Come on, bro.
Well, that belt, excuse me, that belt went to a lawyer. That went to Dan McBadman. That went to somebody else.
I will be asking Ahmed the hard-hitting questions.
Jackhammer.
Well, the good thing about us is we come with facts and not, fake facts.
He's going to get a Pearl River pounding.
And stay tuned. During the interview, we'll be cooking dinner.
Please cook. Cook us something good.
Don't go off screen.
Jones, will you at least help me prepare for this?
Please.
Are there things that maybe you want to ask?
Nope. There's nothing I want to ask. That's being legit.
There's
nothing I want to ask.
Jones.
There's not many things I really want to ask wrestlers though. I kind of study their careers. So
how old are you, Jones?
41.
So let's see, Ahmed Johnson. I feel like Jones was about 10 years old and Ahmed stiffed him on an autograph signing.
Something went
and it
down,
just fucking ruined him.
Jones, did you meet him backstage? What'd you do?
We've never crossed paths.
This is intriguing.
Because he didn't show up to a signing?
Jones, let me ask you this. When he was in the Nation in 97, which was a dumb idea to put him in the Nation, he shouldn't have been in the Nation. I agree with that. But from the interviews I hear from him, he said he was going to beat Undertaker and win the title. But he got injured. If he didn't get injured and supposedly he did win the title while in the Nation, what would you have thought about that?
It would have changed my outlook on Vince McMahon sooner. But still, it would have been just another guy who didn't deserve it who won.
Jones, devil's advocate here. Life happens.
That's interesting.
Life happens. Bad things happen. Let's just say Vinny comes down with COVID, Joey comes down with COVID, I come down with COVID, and Jay comes down with COVID. Would you be willing to get COVID?
The shows just be postponed. Wow. Until Vinny does the interviews. I'm not allowed to do interviews.
I know, but I need you to ask the hard-hitting questions, Jones. I need you to ask.
You don't want me to do that.
It's the end of Black History Month. You have to.
It'll be March. It's over already.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out March. What would it be, March 9th? March 9th. Because you know what's crazy about Ahmed Johnson? He came into the WWF during the new generation era. You know, the Doink the Clowns, the Gold Dusts. And what's crazy is, like, that motherfucker was over, bro. Like, he got some pops. And he was the first African-American to win the Intercontinental Championship. And then his injury and all that.
Real life injury kind of fucked it up. But then after that, he went to WCW. Was he Heavy T or Big T? Big T. And ever since WWF, he was kind of forgotten about. But during that run, I know for a fact there had to be some shit going in the back between him, between The Rock, between, what's his name, Farouk. That wouldn't have been till 97.
But there had to have been shit going down, bro.
It started before that in 96.
I was going to say, because wasn't that the same time he joined LOD?
No.
Wait, what happened, Joes? What'd you say?
Him and Farouk did have legit beef.
Okay. That's what I want to talk to him about.
What? You get to hear his side of it.
Right.
I'm a little upset. I missed out on the Ahmed and Farouk Assad match at SummerSlam 96. But Ahmed, because Ahmed won the Battle Royal to become the number one contender for HBK's title. And then, he got his real kidney issue, which halted. He was out for a few months, which I think halted his momentum in, But it was backstage politics, I think, with HBK as well.
Because 97, late 97, right? He was LOD.
No, that was early 97.
Was it early 97?
Yeah, it was like February and March, and then he was only with them for a pay-per-view, and that's it.
Vince gives you one shot, you get injured.
That's
You're going.
But
Whether
that's
it's your fault or not. It's
the
just,
problem was that Stone Cold started really taking off too. So basically, like, because I remember there was a sequence on Raw where he came out and faced Stone Cold and said, "Yo, let's get it on, bro. Let's fuck shit up." And the crowd was totally behind Austin, completely behind Austin.
It's not a fair comparison.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why, I mean, maybe if he would have continued, didn't have that injury and continued his rise, he could have become champ.
But that was 96 when he had like, because July they had the pay-per-view because they had to bring back Sid because they fired Warrior.
Yep.
For the pay-per-view. And then because Junie wins the IC title July, and then after July, after a little bit after July, he gets the real life kidney issue. Then they had to do the tournament for the IC belt. He's out for a few months.
What was the full real life kidney issue? I didn't know. I knew he had one.
Yeah, he was diagnosed with like,
what was it, John? Was it
I don't remember exactly what it was, but he does have legit kidney issues where the point where he needed to take a legitimate amount of time off just to make sure he was.
Yeah, he was diagnosed with like a legit kidney problem. Like, do not know what it was, but it was.
He never went deep into what it was.
Yeah.
But it's just like, we got to get him off TV because this could be fatal.
And it halted his momentum because, like, when he
did.
came back a few months later, he had the promos with Farouk. Like, I remember him saying, "You're going down. You're going down." And then they dropped the Farouk Assad gimmick, and then he created the Nation with PG-13, which I still think is the best Nation intro.
I am intrigued. You know, I am actually looking forward to March 9th.
I wish you well.
I am looking forward to March 9th because I really need to hear the full story on Jones's, I wouldn't say hate. Would you say hate Jones, or would you just say
disdain?
Disdain?
I don't know you. Like, I have to.
Not as a
know you and care
person. We're
about
talking
you
as the
hate
character, right? We're talking the character, the professional wrestler.
There's animosity. There's
Jones, I'm going to tell you this.
Something deep-rooted.
If you play 2K22, you got to download Ahmed. He's a beast in that game.
He is a fucking beast. Who knows what it'll be in 2K23?
And hopefully before the 9th, we'll give Vinny a little coaching on some hard hitting questions.
Listen, I'm a little nervous about this one. A little nervous because usually I have Jones there. You got this, kid. You know, you throw me in some tips, but Jones is gone. Jones is vacating this.
I can see.
I don't think you will.
I can
you guys
see
want to
7.
see me? Look for me next Tuesday on TV.
I can see 7:55
next Tuesday. I'll be on a show next
at 7:50. At 7:55, Vinny gets a text from Jones that says, "Fall flat, fucker." Like, just mess him.
You know what? I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Questions, man.
I'm gonna go the other way and be like, you know what? I think Jones is going to fucking come around, and we're gonna hit full circle, and he's gonna participate.
I mean, I'll guarantee you something right now. At around, I'd say in the next 11 or 12 minutes, this phone's gonna ring, and I'm gonna see my King Jones, and I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna make sure none of the family's around because I don't like being like looking weak.
Dude, we should
in front of
group
my
chat
wife
this
and
one.
child. But you know, when Jones scolds me, when Jones yells at me, I'm like a little child.
Is your screensaver Chucky 2?
Yes.
Did you see that?
There it is.
That's great.
Jones will fuck me up. I'm not gonna lie. Jones is gonna fuck me up. But it was for the interest. It was for the interest of content. Jones, you got to understand, it's all for the content. And shout out to the Hannibal. Thank you, Hannibal. You will be live on the Hannibal TV next week as well.
I just think it's going to be an interesting interview, you know, Ahmed.
There's not a lot of them.
No.
There's really not. There's a couple. And that's about it. And when I talked to him on the phone, what was crazy about this, Jen Jones, I want you to hear this. I said, yeah, you know, I wanted to reach out to you because we've been friends on Facebook, but we never really interacted. You know, how he's one of those guys that probably just accepts people that are fans of his and blah, blah, blah. But he told me to call him, so I called him. And he said, listen, I don't do a lot of these things. He's like, but I've been following your show, and I enjoy it. He's like, so I'll do it. And that, you know, I'm going to be honest with you.
He's a fan of Jones.
He's a fan of Mike Jones. Because it ain't me.
It's got to be you. It ain't me.
It ain't Mike Jones.
Now.
It was Mike Jones.
You're going to get a phone call. It's going to be from him. Like,
well, I'm going to get a phone call in about 10 minutes. That's from you. For sure.
He's like, why doesn't he like me? I want him on the show. No.
Jones, you sound like Jake Cross with Luger.
Right? Is there a Miss Elizabeth we don't know about?
Is there one person? All right, so Jones, we always have that one, like, it was between Jay Cross and Mike Jones. There was always that one person they said no. Right? And there was one other person with Jones. I always wanted to have a psychic on the show to tell us our future. And Jones was always adamant, no. We don't do that. We're not doing that. I was like, all right, Jones, King, fine. And then it was always Ahmed Johnson. And then for Jay, it was always Lex Luger. But I feel like Jay would do the right thing, which Jones is doing, and put personal feelings aside and do it for the content. So Jay Cross, if you're listening now, would it be okay? You don't have to be a part of it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why does he get asked? Is it okay?
It was your month. We try to make you a surprise.
Actually, Jones, let me ask you something. I want to ask you something. I'm gonna put you on a spot here.
Jay, I'm calling it. Come on, man.
Jay, listen, if there was a potential for you and I to get Luger, all right, and we know how Luger's been through a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, some personal demons. Mm-hmm. He's found the lights. You know, he's found religion. And he seems like he's become a really good person inside and out. And I said, we have an opportunity to have him on and hear about his past and everything that went on. Would you be okay with the surprising of Jay Cross live for the content?
I'm not going to do that to him because I'm better than that. And he knows that now.
But you can say that now with hindsight. So I mean, it's a little.
Hindsight is 2020.
If you say you don't want the person on, I'm not going to bring him on.
Yeah, we're gonna have I'm gonna get scolded. I'm gonna get scolded. This is gonna be.
It's for the brand. So.
See, that's why I love it. That's why I love the King. That's why I love. I think there are a lot of looming questions about Ahmed too. You know, for Ahmed, a lot of questions that are unanswered, especially from Jones. And I have a feeling that, you know, asking him the right hard-hitting questions can lead us to a possible kinship or a friendship between the phenomenal Oos and Tony Norris.
We could have a sit-down with those two on the show.
I would love to have you backstage before we go live to
I will purposely not be available.
Air out the grievances and figure out.
Give Vinny a little Dr. Phil get up.
Something.
I will purposely not be available.
I need you, King. I need you.
I need you, my king. That before you did this. You did this.
What if I have Crystal baking
all me,
cookies?
it was J2.
What if I have Crystal baking cookies or making another hat or something?
Bribery's not going to get you out of this.
Vinny's going to call Jones after the show, and he's going to hear, "Dude, this number's out of service."
I'm going to get the voicemail automatically. I'm like, damn, he blocked me, bro. He's going to pull a Jay Cross and block me. Jay's blocked me like 2 or 3 times.
Jay, if you're still watching, no, I don't know. Get your ass backstage. You won't catch this.
Yo, we're tag teaming this heat, bro. We're tag teaming this heat.
Yo, all got to catch this.
But fun show tonight, guys. I'm looking forward to next week. This is a reminder on the Hannibal TV and on Pound the Meat podcast. We are going to have Tony Norris, Ahmed Johnson live on Pound the Meat podcast.
You want it? You got it.
All right.
You want it? You got it. Give us a like on the video. Appreciate you guys tuning in and engaging in the content. And I'm really, really looking forward to next Thursday. Remember, March 2nd. Let me double check. I made sure that, March 2nd, Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. sharp. Jones will possibly be there. We gotta iron his schedule out and make sure everything's working.
Don't lie. There's no point in lying.
But I love y'all. We had fun tonight. Thank you so, so much for watching the show. We will see you next Thursday with the one and only, man, Johnson. Jones, we got to talk.